Happy New Year to all our viewers. This is Dr. Jyotsna Tanikundala from Daffodils Child Development Center, Hyderabad. Our topic for today is, are we going on a right path? Which one of my own parents has asked that question to me. So in order to understand from a parent point of view whether your child is going on a right path or not, there are two things which we need to remember. One is about the chronological age of the child, which is nothing but his regular age. The child could be 4 years of age or 5 years of age, which needs to be calculated based on his date of birth. And the second thing is the developmental age. When we say developmental age, it would be given only with respect to the current skills what the child has acquired. For example, child's chronological age could be 4 years, but his language age could be just around 2 years of age. And we'll get specific ages for both comprehension and for the expression of the language. For example, child might be understanding language for about 3 years. We're about in par with a 3-year-old kid, but his expressive language might be around 2 years of age. So we need to gauge these two things. So chronological age with respect to date of birth, and the developmental age with respect to comprehensive language and with respect to the expressive language. And the second important thing is, as the therapies are going on, generally any therapy would be a slow process, which we all know and which we all need to understand. As it's not so simple in order to change the brain wirings. So, first we need to see, it's like first 3 months of the therapies could go really very slow. This 3-month period is very important, wherein a therapist will start getting the child under their control. So, a lot of behavioral strategies need to be used in this point of time. And the child's brain will start, modulating in order to observe from the environment. Because as you know, everything cannot be taught, and language is so vast that you can't teach all the lakhs of words that are present in any particular language. So what your therapist does is, they create an environment which would be enriching, and they'll make the child to start observing from the environment. That's what is very important in order to learn anything naturally. So the first 3-month period goes on in this, taking them under control, building the rapport and creating the environment, tuning your brains in order to learn from the environment. So once the 3-month period, it could be like plus or minus, but on average of 3 months is what we have noticed therapeutically. So after 3 months, you try to understand their age in the language again. For example, the day when you started the therapy, the child's language, as I said, comprehension around 3 years, expression around 2 years. And after 3 months of therapy, try and understand at what stage the child is lying at. So is the comprehension language still at 3 years, or have it improved to 3 years 1 month or 3 years 2 months? So always remember, the changes are going to be small. It should be small and steady. The graph always has to go up. That's what is most important. And also ask your therapist for the expressive language age. So within these 3 months of duration with the therapies, is the expression have improved at least to 3 years 1 month? It's the maximum, or it could have stayed even at 3 years. Even that is okay, but it should never fall down. So likewise, you try to understand every 3 months. May ask your therapist whether the age, the language age, comprehension age and the expressive age has been increased. If there is a slow increment also, we all should understand that we are on the right path. Even if there is no improvement, if the gap is widening up. For example, we started therapy when the child was at 4 years of chronological age, and his language age comprehension is at 3 years. So after 3 months, that is 4 years, 3 months go, if I evaluate, the child's comprehension age should go at least from 3 years to 3 years 1 month. If this is not happening, then we need to definitely sit and rethink whether do we need to change something in the plan, or do we need to change our therapeutic approach, or do we need to do something as a parents at home? Because in case if the stimulation is not sufficient, do we need to revise it more, or do we need to create more scenarios where the child can comprehend? So similarly, the same thing follows for the expressive language also. So the summary of today is, Never compare the child's chronological age to the developmental age. Chronological age will definitely be different from the developmental age. And when you want to understand are we on the right path, always stick on to this developmental age. Okay, so developmental age when you started the therapy and the developmental age once in 3 months of your therapies. So this will definitely help you in order to understand whether you're going on the right path or do we need to add on something else to it in order to enhance your child's development. Thank you so much.